Real quick, guys, before we get into the second part of the Otakon rant, we have almost at 100 subscribers, so if we can get to 100, that'd be fantastic. Please like and subscribe, share the video, comment so they can enter the algorithm a little bit more, and maybe I'll try and get a giveaway running if we can make it to 100. But without further ado, guys, this video is actually kind of the same length, so hope you can bear with it, but I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you later. So the camera got too hot. But anyways, yes, very, very confused as to how they would just change the autograph policy and his policy day of, and like not even warn us in the proxy line. They didn't think that was important. Do you have anything to expand upon that?
I didn't like that. It was dirty.
'Twas dirty. Anyways, so we left, and I'm in a group chat with a bunch of people who are going to this convention, and they had sent to this group chat a picture of Renji signed by Kentaro on the screen in Sharpie, but still signed on the screen, which I'll leave in front of Tasia again. So, anyways, going third and final day. So
We just gave up on the third day a little bit.
we were very defeated on the third day, but we weren't out of options. So the first signing, this one was at 11. So we showed up at 10. We were actually there at like 9:55. But anyways, convention was already, no, we were there about 10:10.
We actually a little later.
We were about 10:10, 10:15. Well, because we knew that we were more well aware. Yeah. So anyways, we go right to the autographs, and I go up to the department head, and I'm like, hey, so I don't want a repeat of yesterday. She can't do yelling, and my father doesn't do lines very long because foot and knee problems, and I can't be too far from her. What can we do? And he was actually helpful. He was like, he gave me a card. He's like, come to me at the time of the signing, and I will figure it out then. I was like, cool. So we go walk Artist Alley for a little bit, and we come back. So since the signing was at 11, gotta come back at 10:30. Everybody's lining up. There's megaphones. She's covering her ears. It's a whole thing. They make eye contact, give a thumbs up. Cool. He ends up taking us and puts us right in the front. He walks us up to the front for Kentaro, and I was like super, super, super appreciative of that, because that meant we didn't have to deal with...
Go through the whole proxy thing again.
Yeah, because I did tell them about the proxy thing, and they were just aghast about the fact that they lost our proxy. They were shocked. So, anyways, they take us through the line, and I have the Choji Pops. I was going to get my Renji done, but I was like, because I get up there, and I'm like, can I get the sign on the screen? I saw you did it yesterday. He's like, oh, no, that was one time. Like, the handler's like, that was one time. It was a mistake. It wasn't supposed to happen. I'm like, so I can't get this on the screen. I saw it. He's like, no. So they're fighting me on this. So I'm like, whatever. Can I take a minute to think about this, because I don't know what to get signed anymore. Because I don't want to get my... Because I have the... Is it shown? Yeah, I got the Renji Bankai over there. You don't have to grab it. Oh, your face was right there. Anyways, I have Renji Bankai over yonder, and it's about a $150 pop, which may not sound like a lot, but it's a lot. If I had the comment, I would have said, screw it, do it. But since it was the exclusive, I was like, no, I'll hold off. So I decided on getting a Choji done. She got a Choji done, and then my dad, I was like, get one of these papers done, right? So then that way I have the best of both worlds, right? So, hold on. So Tasia ended up getting this one done, and this is what it looks like on the box, which is hard to see, but it's there. I erased her name already because she decided she didn't want it, so I'm keeping it because I got mine done in paint pen, which weirdly they allowed in there, and it turned out even worse. It looks worse. So that was that. I erased my name off this because I might just do a giveaway with it, or I don't know. And then, actually, first of all, and then my dad accidentally messed up and got the autograph in this magazine. So I was like, oh, you were supposed to get it on one of these papers. And they're like, oh, get back in line. I'm like the line over there. They're like, no, get back in this line. I'm like, you want me to? They're like, yeah, dude, it's fine. I'm like, okay. You're sure? And they're like, yes, go. I'm like, okay.
He was afraid he was going to change the policy on him.
Well, no, I wasn't afraid of that. I was afraid that I was going to anger people behind me, because I probably would have been upset, but like, I'm listening. So we get up there, and my dad ends up getting this paper signed. This one done right here. And then Oops.
No.
Is that yours or mine?
It was mine.
Oh no. Anyway.
Oh well. Anyways, so then they're like, oh, what are you guys getting done? We're like, you're allowing us to get things done again. They're like, yes. Okay. So
It would feel a little weird.
it felt very weird because everything about this convention felt weird, but we ended up getting bases of Funkos signed. Here, I'm gonna make paper.
Do like the makeup.
See? So we got that one done and this one done. So, and then you guys get pictures, which was also strange. So I'll put that here and like here. So anyways, very, very confusing because they were not supposed to let us go through again. But they were like, go through, go, go. And I was like stressed out of my mind because like... So anyways, that was... I was very thankful that they did let me do that, but... then we went and waited for Hideo, who was at 1:30. So we go back at about 12:30ish, and I go talk to the guy. I'm like, hey, for Hideo, what should I do? He's like, we'll pull your dad and your girlfriend off to the side. You just have to wait. You have to try and get a spot. I was like, okay. So I try and fight for a spot. I get a spot in the second line. They go wait in the proxy line. I'm their proxy this time. They cannot lose me. Cool. So Hideo, the reason we were trying for Hideo was because we're like, okay, these bases were cool. If we can get bases, we'll get bases. But we'll try with pops again. So we get up, we wait the time. This was the time we waited is not important because it was weighted fairly and it was weighted actually like organizedly. So we get up there and we pull our Funkos out and they're like, oh, no figures at all. So day 2 of him signing, they went from no Funkos to 0 figures. So it was 0, no U2s, no pops, no like action figures, like nothing.
And they didn't tell us that in the line either.
They did not tell us that in the line either. So that was wild. So we got our bases done. So here's mine. Now you may be wondering, oh, what did Tasia get? What did your dad get? You scamming, reselling losers. Tasia got one for her Itachi Pop, and my dad was like, well, what am I gonna get done? I was like, you, my friend, are gonna get our friend Dave's done.
Dave.
So Dave, Merry Christmas. So that was Otakon. After that, we left. It was a mess. It was such a disappointment. We actually ended up hearing that a bunch of people got refunds on their badges like from day one, and honestly, I was encouraging it. So yeah, this convention was super unorganized, super like, oh, you know what we did forget? So
you know what we did forget? The fact that lady was mean.
So the lady, so I pulled them out. Okay, so backtrack, rewind. While we're waiting in line, and I'm getting ready to pull out my pop, and the guy says no. The lady who, like back when in day 2 when she was like questioning me on what I was doing and why I was alive, asked her what she was getting signed, and she starts pulling out like this piece from a notebook, and she's like, I know what that is. No, put it away. I'm like, whoa, hold on. It's a piece from a notebook, and like she's like, it's a piece from a note. She's like, I know what it is, and walks away. She thought it was a Funko screen. Wasn't it just like a protector for like paper or whatever?
You know what those like have you seen like those like notebook protectors that they kind of like seal them in, and it's very thin.
That's some nerd stuff right there. Who reads?
Right.
Reading is overrated. Anyways, I look at picture books. That's why I read manga. Picture books. Anyways,
I read manga too.
Picture books. But anyway, so she screamed at Tasia, or not screamed, but she yelled at her, and which was like, we learned how yelling does. So that kind of caused a whole nother issue. So anyways, Hideo was no pictures, no videos, so we have no pictures or videos with them. But again, this convention was unorganized. They were angry. They were like unhelpful, and everything that could go wrong did go wrong. And I personally don't think I would ever return. A part of me wants to see how it goes next year. I want a front row seat, but the other part of me says, stay at home. Don't waste your money.
Just overall, it was very unprofessional. I just feel like if they're gonna have staff, especially working with people, especially with accessibility, like
they should know how to talk to people better.
Yeah.
But the other weird thing was, so the dealer hall, so we're gonna use my phone as, so like right here is the dealer hall, and right where my camera is, right here, the sticky note, dealer hall. Right here is artist alley. In the middle, autographs. So dealer hall opens at 10. So you can walk over to the autographs. They yell at you if you get too close. This opened at 12. Why not open both at the same time and have, you know, dealer room, artist alley, autographs? No idea. Beyond me. But they also didn't mention what days these actors were going to show up. If they were gonna, they didn't announce anything. And then when I got there, they actually mentioned an app called Guidebook. Nothing about that on the website. Nothing about that on the Instagram page. So everything was out of order, unorganized, and just completely and utter just poop. So,
Yeah.
like, I don't know how you run a convention. This was the 30th year anniversary too. So I'm lost. And
Oh, mind-boggling a little bit, and very unfortunate.
well, even their English voice actors, they didn't say how much they would cost or if they would be charging. So
Oh, and they didn't say specifically what character they're only signed to, because Blue Lock, remember?
right, so there was two guys from Blue Lock. I will put their names here and here because I cannot remember them. One guy voices Miriam, Soul from Soul Eater, Shigaraki, Togue, and a couple other characters. Anyways, and some guy who voices Takizawa. Well, both of them are also in Blue Lock. You could only get Blue Lock stuff signed by them. And the guy who did the couple of different voices, he was there only Saturday, and he only signed Blue Lock. Only Blue Lock. And then the other guy was only signing Blue Lock on the first day. I'm not sure about the second day. I didn't even bother asking. I just gave up. So, moral of the story is, if you're thinking about going to Otakon next year in 2025, we do not recommend it. But if you feel like trying it anyways, indulge.
I mean, overall, I feel like, for me, I think the best thing was probably Artist Alley.
Artist Alley probably was the best. Even the dealer room was, well, it was alright. Like, it was all the same stuff you usually see. I didn't get anything. I didn't want to give this convention any of my money. But again, don't recommend. Maybe I'll go next year, maybe I won't. We'll see how stupid I feel. But a rumor we've heard since this is that WeebCon Texas will be following suit as well, and they will no longer allow pops, which is sad because WeebCon had Rock Lee, I think they had Eisen, they had a couple of different guys. So now WeebCon's following suit. So it seems like all North American cons with JVAs will no longer allow pops, which will mean that the market that they're so desperately trying to save from resellers will get flooded from Dubai cons, which will mean pops will continue to cost over $1,000 for JVAs instead of maybe $400. So with that being said, it's very unfortunate news with what's going on with the JVAs and our autographs, but let's hope that it changes. Maybe if there's enough public outcry, it can change. Like a Talkathon, it was $200 Canadian for an autograph. In Dubai, it's $200 US. Fine. In Vancouver, they're not doing pops. They said that firsthand, no pops. Cool, not going then. But Otakon and Dubai, they seem like the best ones, but we'll see what next year brings. We'll see what later this year brings, and we'll hope for the best. Maybe enough people will flood the market and we can buy these pops for cheap like we do with the English voice actors. But until then, until next year, that's it. That was the rant. That was the disappointment of this year. We hope you guys didn't get too depressed watching this video.
I mean, overall, even when we went out from the con to like express our disappointments, we actually toured around the place, which made it a little better. It was just
better.
Very hot.
It was alright. The trip itself was fine, but the con was not. So with that being said, yes, well, we mainly went there for it. But with that being said, that's it, guys. That was the video. I hope you guys enjoyed and didn't get too depressed. But if you did like it, please like and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one.